Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into Kathmandu, Nepal's capital. We've got some really fascinating material here.
Yeah, definitely. We're aiming to sort of unpack what makes it tick, pull out the most interesting bits for everyone.
Great. So, Kathmandu, it's in the Kathmandu Valley, sitting up at what, 1,400 meters? About 1,600 feet?
That's right. That elevation is key.
Yeah.
Impacts the climate, the views, everything.
And it's quite a big city, right? Over 1 million people.
It is. It's a real bustling urban center, which is interesting, in a country people mostly associate with mountains.
Mm-hmm. And linguistically diverse, too, I gather. Nepali, Newer, Hindi, English.
Exactly. You hear all sorts. It really speaks to its history as a crossroads.
Makes sense. And the currency is the Nepalese rupee, the NPR. Good practical detail.
Yep, NPR.
Okay, so let's talk history. The City of Temples nickname. It sounds like it's well-earned.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites packed in there.
7? That's a lot.
It's an incredible concentration. Yeah. You've got Swayambhunath, the Monkey Temple Buddhanath, Pashupatinath, the Durbar Squares in Kathmandu itself, Patan, Bhaktapur.
Wow.
It's not just old buildings. It really points to centuries of continuous civilization and artistry. It's pretty exceptional on a global scale.
And the newer civilization is sort of the bedrock of all that, isn't it? Their influence seems to be everywhere. Architecture, festivals.
Definitely. They were the original inhabitants of the valley. Their artistic heritage, like the wood carvings you see, the temple designs, it's all deeply woven into Kathmandu.
You can still feel that presence today.
Oh, absolutely. Their traditions are very much alive. You see it everywhere.
Okay, shifting gears slightly, the spiritual side. It's this meeting point of Hinduism and Buddhism, right?
Yeah, and that's fascinating. You see Hindu temples and Buddhist stupas, prayer flags, and monks, often side by side.
How does that work in practice?
Well, there's a long history of coexistence, even shared sacred sites sometimes. It creates this really unique spiritual energy, draws pilgrims, travelers,
Yeah.
everyone.
Interesting. So if you're visiting, what are the kind of must-do things? I read about the Famil district. It sounds lively.
Thamel is definitely the tourist hub. Lots of energy shops, restaurants, music, nightlife. It's a stark contrast to the ancient sites.
Right. So you get both ends of the spectrum.
Exactly. And for something quieter, there's the Garden of Dreams, a real peaceful escape right in the city.
Nice. And exploring places like Patan and Bhaktapur.
Oh, you have to. Wandering those old alleys, it feels like stepping back in time. The architecture is just stunning.
And what about getting out of the city for those mountain views? Nagarko.
Yes. Hiking to Nagarko for a Himalayan sunrise, that's spectacular. It gives you that breathtaking perspective, reminds you where you are.
Okay, gotta ask about the food. Sounds like a mix of influences.
Huge mix. Nepali, Indian, Tibetan, even some Western stuff creeping in.
So what should people absolutely try?
Well, momos are everywhere. Steamed dumplings, delicious. Can't miss those.
Momo, got it.
Then del pot, the national dish. Lentils, rice, usually some veggie curry. Simple, but so good. Yeah. It's the staple.
Okay.
And for something uniquely Newari, look for chatamari. It's like a thin rice crepe, sometimes with toppings, really local.
Chatamari, interesting. And other things like lassi.
Oh yeah, great lassi. You might also find yak cheese, which is quite different, and butter tea, especially if you encounter Tibetan influence.
Yak cheese and butter tea. Okay. Now for a fun fact, Kathmandu's role on the hippie trail, that surprised me.
Right. Back in the 60s and 70s, Freak Street was kind of the epicenter.
Freak Street.
Yeah, that was the nickname for Josh and Tole. It became this major stop for counterculture travelers heading overland through Asia.
Yeah.
Adds a whole other layer to its history.
Wow, that's quite a contrast to the ancient temples.
It really is. Things have changed a lot since then, of course.
Yeah.
But it's a fascinating part of the city's more recent past.
So bringing it all together, you've got this high-altitude city, over 1 million people speaking different languages, these incredible ancient UNESCO sites reflecting the newer legacy, this unique blend of Hinduism and Buddhism, the buzz of Thamel next to peaceful gardens, a food scene that's super diverse.
And this unexpected hippie history.
Exactly. It paints a picture of a place that's just incredibly dynamic.